Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Julianne Duffy and welcome to Breathe Within Yoga. Make sure you grab yourself some comfortable clothes and either our makeshift bolster, so grab yourself a thick blanket today and we'll make it into a bolster. So to review, if you haven't done this before, you're gonna get a nice thick blanket, fold it in half, we'll fold it into quarters, and then we just roll it up to make a bolster. So make sure you have one of those. A strap, any type. You can also use a scarf or a belt, a towel as well. Grab yourself something like that. And then once you've got it, let's come to a seated position. We'll sit up tall today. We're gonna bring our chin level. So avoid having the chin towards the chest. The chin is level. We'll close the eyes. Let's activate the core. We're gonna pull up on the pelvis, belly button to spine, lengthening through the spine. Imagining maybe lengthening is right from the top of the head as we sit up tall. Let's take a deep, full breath in. So take this first full breath in. Notice how it feels to bring the awareness to the breath today. And then as you exhale, just let the breath slowly go through the nose or the mouth. We'll take two more centering breaths. Another deep, full breath. Feel the breath come into the chest, into the belly, the sides of the body, into the back of the body. Deep, full breath again. And let it go through the nose or the mouth. One more breath just to help us center today as we take another deep, full, expansive breath. Let everything expand with this beautiful inhale. And then let that go. While we're here seated, just notice how it feels after doing those 3 focused deep breaths. And we're going to start with just a little bit of movement today. So we're going to come through a seated cat and cow. So when we do this one, we're just seated. Your legs can be crossed, however you'd like to have them crossed, or you may also put them straight ahead. So you're welcome to have the legs straight ahead or crossed as we do this. We're going to place our hands onto our thighs, sitting up tall. As we inhale, we're going to open. So the chest comes forward, the tailbone we imagine goes behind us as the top of the head comes back, shoulders away from the ears. And then as we exhale, chin to chest, rounding the spine. Following with your breath. Deep, full inhale, let the torso expand. Breathe into the front of the body. And then as we exhale, we release, let the breath slowly go. We'll do that a few more times, nice and slow. Follow your breath. So as we inhale, we feel the entire torso expand with this deep, full breath. Try to get into the belly still. And then as we exhale, we let that go. Someone's squeezing out the breath. One more time here. Deep, full breath in. And slow, gentle exhale. Let that go. Slowly, we'll bring ourselves up through to seated. And let's just stretch through the neck. We'll let the right ear drop towards the right shoulder. We're stretching through the side of the neck. And then the left hand can come to the top of the head if that feels appropriate. We don't want to force anything, but we might let the top of the hand come onto the top of the head, or the hand come to the top of the head. And we just gently use the weight of the hand to take it a little deeper. Let's sit up tall still, strong active core, belly button to spine, pulling up on the pelvis, deep breath in. Gentle exhale, releasing, beautiful stretch into the neck. One more deep inhale. Release the hand if it's there on top of the head, and we'll gently on the exhale come back through center. Perfect. Drop the opposite ear. This time we're dropping the left ear to the left shoulder. The left hand might be coming to the top of the head. I'm not even sure if I've confused on left and right, so do bear with me today. Taking another deep, full breath in. Exhale as we just let the weight of the hand, if that feels appropriate, encourage the stretch into the shoulder, neck area. We're being mindful the shoulder is away from the ear. Another deep, full breath here. And then as we exhale, if the hand is on top of the head, we'll release it. We'll come back through center. We'll drop the chin to the chest. So we're stretching out through the back of the neck. If it feels appropriate, we again can place one hand right at the top of the head and use the weight. We're not forcing it, we're allowing the weight of the hand to gently assist, bringing the chin towards the chest. Let's take another deep, full breath, keeping that strong core. Exhale, imagine you get the chin to the chest a little bit more. We'll stay right here for just another moment. And then gently exhale, let the hand release. We'll bring our head back through center. Let's shake it out, rock out those shoulders. So we warmed up our spine, we got our neck stretched out. Let's open up deep today, coming into a beautiful restorative pose. We're gonna grab our bolster or our makeshift bolster. And if you do have a blanket, I recommend that you have that as well. I should have mentioned that before, sorry. Have a pillow or a blanket or a block to assist to let your head land on it. Here, I'll go this way here. So we're gonna grab our bolster. We're gonna place it so it's parallel to the short end of the mat. We're gonna grab our block, blanket, bolster, or other bolster that might be it should be a little bit smaller than the one that we're gonna use to open through the chest. And that'll be there to support the head if it feels appropriate. Then we're gonna come to lying. So we're gonna let the chest open. So the bolster is right under the chest area. The arms come over the bolster. Trying to get the shoulders flat to the mat. See if maybe you can come right to letting the top of the head touch the floor. If the opening is there and that feels good and you feel that beautiful stretch into the chest, neck, into the back, that's perfect. Or grab your bolster, block, the extra pillow to gently have the head land there to assist. So find what feels most appropriate here. The legs, you might want to have Baddha Konasana. The bottoms of the feet can touch, the knees can open up, legs can be straight. You can cross them as well, whatever you prefer. So while we're here, we're in our first restorative pose here today. Let's take a deep, full breath in. Once again, let the torso expand. Feel the breath come in. At the top of the breath, we're going to take a moment. We're going to come back to that breath retention we've been focusing on. Take a moment here at the top of the breath. And then gently let the breath slowly go. Staying in this posture, letting the chest expand again as we come through the next inhale. So as we inhale, we're feeling and noticing the chest expand. The back is opening up. We're feeling that beautiful opening, expanding through our body. When you get to the top of the inhale, we take that moment, that opportunity to hold the breath. We notice it. And then with ease and gentleness, we let the breath slowly dissipate. We'll do that 2 more times here. Another deep, full inhale. Feel the chest expand. Imagine you can breathe into the back of the body as you start to lift off the bolster, or imagine you can. Take that moment at the top. See if maybe you can extend it and make it a little bit longer. See how long you can comfortably hold the breath at the top. And then when you're ready, we never want to force it or overhold. Just let the breath gently dissipate. Last time. Deep, full breath. Let everything expand. Maybe we're seeing or visualizing the breath come in as a yellow or a golden light, expanding through this healing light into our body. And we take that moment. We just let that light resonate, travel through us, help us to create our higher vibration. And then when we're done holding for that moment, we let the breath again release and dissipate, letting go, sending out that healing energy around us. Now we're going to notice on this next breath, just notice how it feels to let the breath come back to its natural pace. Notice how the body feels in this position. And then again, let that go. We'll take just one more moment here, one more deep breath. And if you want to take that moment and that opportunity to notice the top of the inhale again, these are our moments of space, the moments of non-thinking, the moments of nothing, before we let the breath again dissipate. We'll slowly start to wiggle our fingers and toes wherever our legs are. We'll let those knees start to come towards the ceiling as we start to roll over off our bolster. Traditionally, we roll over to our right so that the bolster slide behind us. as we gently come over to our right side. Knees can come into the chest. Just notice how it feels to take this moment in recovery pose. And then when you're ready, we'll slowly make our way up through to seated, sitting up tall. Perfect. Let's come into an assisted Paschimottanasana. So coming to our seated, making sure we're sitting up tall on our seated bones. If you do have an extra blanket, block, bolster, and you want to sit on it, I do encourage that. You can place it right under your seated bones to lift those hips just a little higher for the forward fold. Little bend in the knees, grab your other bolster, your thicker one. Allow yourself to place it right against the belly. Let's allow ourselves to lengthen. Core is strong, shoulders away from the ears, belly button to spine. Deep breath in, rotate those arms overhead. Exhale, bending at the hips, let the hands land onto the bolster. Maybe they reach for the feet. Let the chin come to the chest. Again, if you do have any extra equipment and you want to place a bolster or a block on top of this bolster to support your head, you are welcome to do that. But you can easily just stack your hands, support the chin, or even put your hands under the bolster and let the chin be supported. Just kind of find what feels appropriate to fully release into this forward fold. The knees have a little bend, so we're not locking the joints. And then once again, we're going to come through that deep, full breath. So we're going to take that deep inhale. Allow yourself that opportunity to notice the top of the inhale. And then let the breath slowly go. Let's do that again. Another deep, full inhale. Let the torso expand. Feel the breath come into the entire body, the chest, the belly, the obliques. Seeing if we can maybe get it into the upper back. And then as we exhale, we release. One more focused breath. Deep inhale. Let the torso completely expand with this breath. Take that moment at the top. And then let everything completely go. Imagining you can sink just even a little bit closer to the bolster. Then once again, we'll just let ourselves come back to our natural breath. Notice the breath come in and out. Check in with our state of mind. How are we feeling? Is there any observations or anything that we notice coming up from this pose? And whatever comes up, we're going to come through our visualization we've done before. We're going to visualize this next breath, bringing in that healing, beautiful, spacious, connected breath. Let the torso expand with this beautiful inhale. Take a moment at the top. And then as we exhale, we're sending those thoughts, everything that we don't need, we're releasing it out. And we're seeing it being transmuted into a healthy, healing light for other people. If that feels good and there's anything resonating, take another one of those breaths. Inhale deeply, feel, notice, maybe imagine the breath coming in as that bright, yellowy gold light. The torso expands. And then we let the breath slowly dissipate, taking that what we don't need within us, and just dispersing it as healing energy around us to help heal and serve those around us as much as ourselves. Staying here either for one more focused breath or just with your breath and maybe retaining at the top whatever feels appropriate for this last moment. And then let that go. We're going to slowly over the next inhale start to push ourselves away from the bolster. Coming back up, sitting tall. And making sure that we do have a wall near us today, we're going to come to some lying with the legs up the wall. So what we'll do, place our bolster off to the side. If you have a blanket or anything to make yourself more comfortable, you're welcome to grab it. And then when you're ready, we're going to come and bring ourselves with one of our hips, doesn't matter, right or left hip against the wall. And then we're going to start to bring those legs up the wall. Seated bones as close as possible. Legs are supported, little bend in the knees. We're going to tuck our chin, so we're lengthening the spine. We're going to rock our right and our left shoulder under. Grab a blanket if you'd like to make yourself a little more comfortable, a little bit warmer. But then let the arms be supported by the floor. So make sure they are supported and comfortable on the mat, the floor. Palms facing the sky. Feet are released, little bend in the knees. Allowing the eyes to close if they're not there on the next breath. And once again, let's come into our focused deep breaths. Deep inhale. Take a moment at the top of the inhale. And then exhale, let the breath go. See if we can add this time that observation at the bottom of the exhale. Let the inhale start to come and flow in with this breath. Allow yourself that opportunity to notice the top of the inhale. And then to gently exhale, let that go. Again, seeing if you can find the bottom of the exhale and just to hold at the bottom for just that moment. Another deep, full breath. Let the chest, belly, obliques into the back of the body, the entire torso expand with this beautiful healing breath. Take that moment, hold the breath in for just a few moments, and then allow the breath to dissipate. Notice how you sink and release completely. And at the bottom of the exhale, just hold before we go back to the inhale. Just hold for a moment. Then allow the breath to naturally come in with the next inhale. Again, that opportunity to hold the breath at the top. And then to exhale, release. Again, take that moment to hold at the bottom of the exhale. We'll be here for just a few more moments, following your own pace. Let the breath come in. Let the torso expand. Take a moment at the top of your inhale. And then follow your exhale, releasing gently. Hold at the bottom of the exhale. And then repeat. Continuing at your own pace for just a few more moments. Now, you've got an opportunity. If you'd like to stay with your legs up the wall for a few more moments, you're welcome to stay right here. Just let the breath continue to flow. Let the legs stay up the wall. If you would prefer, this is our opportunity to make our way into lying Savasana, corpse pose. So if you want to come to lying, this opportunity, start to maneuver away from the wall, create some space between your seated bones and the wall. And then once you've got some space, allow yourself again to roll over to recovery on your right side. And then from here, just allow yourself to make your way into a lying position on your back. Savasana, corpse pose. Let the legs be supported by the floor of the mat. The feet pop open. Allow the blanket, if you have one, to be covered still. Let the back of the arms be supported by the floor, palms facing upwards. Wherever we're at, whether the legs are up the wall or we're in our corpse pose, rock the right and left shoulder under to ensure the chest is still open, the arms are still supported by the floor, the chin is slightly tucked. We'll once again take 3 deep, focused, retentive breaths. So coming back, bringing in that deep, full breath, maybe imagining seeing it this time as that golden or light white coming into our body as we breathe in, filling the chest, the belly, the obliques, the entire body. Let it resonate and just hang on for that moment as you hold the breath. Feel, see the energy hold and resonate, and just change your energy and your vibration to raise it higher. And then When you're ready, let the breath gently dissipate. When you get to the bottom of the exhale and you've let it completely go, again, just take that moment before we come back to the inhale. Just hold on the bottom of the exhale. And then when you're ready, let the inhale again come in. Feel the chest expand, the belly, the obliques, the torso completely inflate with this beautiful healing energy. Feel it, see it come in. When you get to that top, again, you notice how your energy, your vibration is getting higher and more light, more connected. You feel lighter and more at ease. And then you let your exhale gently dissipate, taking anything you don't need. And the energy dissipates back into that healing, beautiful, connected light. One more deep, full breath. Let the torso expand again completely and fully with this beautiful healing energy. And then hold, let it resonate. Allow the energy to rise. Let the exhale take the breath out. See it going as a healing energy all around. And then allow yourself, if it feels appropriate, stay with that visualization. Stay with that connection to your breath if you want to be there for a few more moments. Or just allow yourself to come to your relaxed state. Maybe observing the breath come in and out. Maybe just allowing yourself to float away into relaxation and stillness for just these last few moments. Slowly, we'll start to make our way back to our body. Now, if we have our legs up the wall, we're going to just start to create some space between our glutes and the wall, just like I walked you through before. If you did come to Savasana, just start to create some space and then gently make your way over to your right to recovery. If you're in your Savasana, start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Start to stretch your arms and legs in any way that feels appropriate, bringing yourself back to this moment, back to your body. And when you're ready, we'll all meet in recovery. We'll take this last opportunity to scan the body, notice how the body feels. Again, check in with the mind. Notice how your energy feels lighter, more connected, more at ease. And intentionally let that energy be absorbed and sink into your being, knowing that anytime you want to come back to feeling this way, you can remember, you can feel this way at any moment, any opportunity. And then we'll slowly start to make our way up through to a comfortable seated position. Allow the eyes to stay closed as we let the arms gently float up. Let the hands touch and the thumbs start to come towards the heart center as we bring the hands down to heart center. And we take this final opportunity to thank ourselves for practicing this morning, this afternoon, this evening, whatever time of the day we're doing this practice. We thank ourselves, we thank each other as well for being here and sending this energy to take this opportunity to connect, to heal. Namaste. Again, as always, I really hope that you did get something out of this. I hope this helped, healed, served you in the way that's most appropriate. And please do like the video, give me a thumbs up, share, pass this on to other people that might benefit from this. And we'll see you again soon. Just remember, you are powerful, and at any moment you connect back to source, back to healing yourself. You create truth, and you walk past fear. Fear isn't truth. Anything that creates fear has a lot of untruth attached to it. And on that note, create love, connection, and just well-being. Namaste.